Hey guys, Crew Blonde Wave, I'm Eric.
I'm Shane.
I'm Calvin.
I'm Aaron.
And we're back in the Wave Cave.
It feels weird to say my name in an order.
It does feel weird to do that. I was out of order. I was going crazy down there in Star Wars Celebration in Orlando, Florida, which we just came back from.
Yep.
Saw a lot of cool stuff, but there was also stuff we did not see.
So much.
There's lots of stuff there.
And there's lots of stuff to stand in line for.
There's a lot of standing in line.
There's a lot of standing in line and sitting in line and laying down in line.
Yeah, on concrete.
But there was one thing we did not stand in line for, and that was Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Yes.
So we got a trailer to watch. The only thing I know about this is that there's a protagonist that we saw on the floor.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw her, and for me, I just knew her as Shiva
Yeah,
from the League.
Shiva Kamiliosa Kosakarov.
But I looked at her, I went, and she went back, and I was just like, that looks just like Shiva from the League.
Yeah.
And she's like, what are you looking at? I'm like, I'm looking at you. And she goes, well, I'm just looking at your shirt. Look, my shirt. And it was just some
It was like a Mary Ohio, sleeveless
football. It was a football shirt.
homeless shirt.
From high school. And then she was with I assume maybe her boyfriend, and then like a 7 foot tall big dude,
Bodyguard.
which was probably a bodyguard.
Yeah.
Did you really know who she was? Like, you thought that was her, but you didn't want to assume, right?
I don't want to assume, no.
Because I walked through
wrong.
her, and you came up to me and was like, hey, is that Shiva from the League?
Because you were like, like that, and your eyes were like,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, she was just walking around and no one recognized her really. But the cool thing is, or maybe it's not so cool for her, but like she was on the floor experiencing Celebration without the fame that she will now have.
Yeah.
Because of
Right.
this game.
Yeah.
The thing I like is that you asked like that really big tall guy. You're like, is that Shiva from the League? And he's like,
Yeah.
you're like no, like
because she was
you're
like, nah, it's not me.
Like really, is that her?
He was like, hey, ask her.
He just kept shaking his head like this. And
Yeah.
you're like, are you fucking with me? And then he's like, well, what would you do if it was her? And you're like, I would tell her that I enjoyed her in the League. She's a very good actress.
Yeah.
And
She's funny.
I'd get my picture with her.
No, I said, I want to be one of those pricks who asked for my picture.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then he's like, hey, Janina, I think.
Janina's her
And he
name.
told her. And she's like, well, if it is me, do you want my picture? And I went, yeah.
She was like, well, why don't you just get a picture with me, and you can find out if it's really me later.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that picture's right here, right now.
Yeah, so that was a fun little story, but we have not yet seen the Star Wars Battlefront full-length trailer yet, and I'm excited for it. And we'll talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
Let us start. Button.
PlayStation. Dice motive.
Criterion. Couple studios.
Game engine footage.
Holy shit, that was
I still remember my last orders.
There she is.
Ooh.
May the real war begin.
I don't know what kind of classy shit that is.
Dude,
Sam Witwer.
look.
Vowed to persist.
Special Forces. Shit. Looks great.
Special Forces. That's the point, Sergeant.
Damn.
Impossible.
Commander, what do we do now?
That's her, by the way.
Yeah, well, that.
We avenge our emperor.
Look at that ship.
super cool.
Oh shit! Oh, what?
What?
Space paddles?
Who's that?
I don't know.
Luke?
Here she said, hope cannot save them.
Oh. No, not the X-Wings. I love X-Wings.
Tonto.
What?
Yes, nice.
Shit. Oh, Yoda. And it's Ray.
Tauntauns are vicious.
Gold 4?
Kylo?
Oh.
Yep.
Shit, that was good.
That was awesome.
That was pretty freaking.
Is it weird that I'm most excited? Well, that doesn't really matter now. Battlefront, we were able to get a lot of sounds from Battlefront to use, like, to mix in our Kylo movie.
No, but more sounds.
But we couldn't get Kylo's lightsaber sounds from the movie because you couldn't isolate them. And now they'll be like perfect, clean, isolated sounds, and I can't use them.
I think the campaign looks freaking awesome.
Yeah, it looks great, and it's canon. I hear.
Yeah.
And it takes place between Return of the Jedi to Episode 7.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, 30 years, like, you're her when she's younger, and then obviously you travel with her through a 30-year period.
Yeah.
Is she the one leading, though? Who was that thing in the red?
It sounded like it was Palpatine, but I don't know. I mean, see,
Like in a comic book or whatever.
on the old, on the comics, in the books, there was this like hologram robot droid-like thing that had like the voice of Palpatine, and it was being used to make people in the Empire believe that Palpatine was still alive and that the rebels hadn't killed him. I don't think they'd do that for this, would they?
What? No,
Well,
the red guy?
Yeah. It looks like it has a screen for her face, maybe? I don't know what that thing
I don't know
is.
what it
I do know, like, in the current canon, some of the Moffs, like, they don't, they're denying the fact that the Emperor's dead.
Yeah.
And at other times, like, people know the Emperor's dead, but like his will is being carried on because he had this plan to deal with what happened if he died, and that's in the current canon too.
Okay,
So his face will show up on the screen, like it's in one of the comics.
I'm assuming that's like Aftermath or something. I haven't read any of those
Yeah.
books yet.
What if we see like Snoke in this?
That would be cool. I mean, we saw Kylo, we saw Rey, so I'm assuming there will be hero characters.
We saw Darth Maul with Yoda.
Maul and Yoda.
Yeah.
So please, that means Clone Wars, right? I want Clone Wars material.
It's gotta be somewhere in there.
We gotta have Clone Wars.
That would be super cool.
And we have Tamir
Have a nice,
Morrison.
realistic Clone
Yeah.
Wars. Wouldn't it be
What's,
awesome?
what's crazy is that like the other Battlefronts, I don't think they ever really made canon at all because you
No,
had
they're
like
not.
you had like Han Solo and Yoda and like all these guys like fighting
Yeah.
each other and with each other, and they're like, there's no way that any of that can be canon.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah.
what they got to be doing with this is just like this campaign's canon, and that's
The
it.
campaign's canon, but the gameplay isn't necessarily
So
canon.
the
Yeah.
Darth Maul and Yoda stuff could just be like a multiplayer
That's just a fun
aspect that you can
aspect,
just
yeah.
play with. That probably has nothing to do with any kind of canon
Yeah.
at all.
But I want Clone Wars. I would love like Count Dooku as a hero character.
That'd be awesome.
There's a lot of cool stuff.
I want
here.
the
Darth Maul's run when he's running at Yoda looks so realistic,
looks good.
just like how he runs.
I want the space battles we had in Battlefront 2. Like whenever you had like your Star Destroyer and like your capital ship over here, you know, and you had to go back and forth and like take
Yeah.
out engines and shield generators and you could
Yeah.
fight from the inside or fly around the outside.
Yeah.
I love that. It was so much fun. It was my favorite part of Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
They didn't have any of it in Battlefront 1.
They did not.
I was like, what?
Unfortunately, not unfortunately, I guess it's a good thing. Whenever they reboot these things, they always start from the ground up, so they have to just recreate the wheel every couple years, I guess.
Yeah.
But it looks like this is running pretty much the same as the first one, just smoother, better, more content. Clone Wars.
That's what everyone literally asked for. Like I just wonder if they just released the first one and they were building this one the whole time. Like a small team was building this one the whole time beside the other one.
I just got to sell 2 games.
Right?
Yeah, maybe.
I hope they just have enough
Because
content.
there's so much here for something that's coming out in a year.
Yeah.
I hope it has enough content and everything and is built so that it's not like, all right, well, here's Battlefront 2 and Battlefront 3 will be out next year.
Yeah.
You know?
And will
That's
it,
the real one.
will it have Last Jedi content? I mean, that comes out in December.
Well, what was it? Battlefront, the last one had that thing with like the Battle of Jakku,
Yep.
where you could get that, and it was all like, ooh, this
Will it
happens,
have-
it happens before.
Will it
episode
have
seven.
Rogue One? Any Rogue One stuff? I think there's a Rogue One DLC for the first Battlefront, right? Scarif?
I think so.
Yeah,
Cool,
there
some
is.
Rogue One stuff. I don't know.
I keep looking at that still, and
That
it's
thing.
like, that looks like film.
Yeah, it looks great,
It's
doesn't it?
amazing.
No, yeah, it was absolutely
Like, you
incredible.
can't tell that the characters in the foreground are CG. You can't tell the characters in the background are CG.
Was
Yeah.
using dice, right, Aaron? There's-
Yeah.
Well, it's DICE, but there was 2 other
Motive,
developers.
EA, and
Criterion.
Criterion.
Well, yeah, EA
publisher.
has the license for
Yeah,
it.
EA is
They-
the publisher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, okay. So I'm assuming that they just brought out
All
more
DICE games
developers
look
for
great.
stuff.
Criterion is an engine, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, it's what powered like
It's
those
the
racing,
latest
not
of
racing
like
games.
Crisis,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So that's the engine they're using for
See,
it. Then DICE is the
yeah.
ones actually running it, and they did the Battlefront and then the Battlefield games as well.
Yeah.
The one
Yeah.
thing I always like about these cinematic trailers is they're using like all the same assets you use in game. They're just rendered and have better shaders on, you know. But it's cool, like when you watch the old Assassin's Creed trailers, those are the actual models. Like when you see a really good-looking guard, you know, not like good-looking guy, but like it looks real good on the screen.
Yeah.
It's the same exact model as you play in game. It's just animated better and shaded better and all that stuff. They have good shaders. Anyway, anything else about Battlefront, guys?
It looks really good, and I hope there's space battles galore.
Yeah.
No,
too.
I'm excited. And I hope when you're first person mode, if you're using lightsaber, it feels better than it did the first game.
Yeah. I'm hoping for obviously I said it a million times, Clone Wars with Jedi heroes,
Yeah.
Jedi characters.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
And like Asajj Ventress. Maybe some Clone Wars stuff like from the actual cartoon brought into real life would be cool.
Will they bring some Rebel stuff into it?
That would be
You know?
yeah.
Some Kanan and stuff?
Yeah, hell
fly,
yeah,
Or
dude.
Fly the Ghost?
Or some like, no, not the Inquisitors.
Or
but
Fight the
anyway.
Ghost? Yeah, that would be great. I want to have Inquisitor something like just.
Thank you guys for watching this video. It feels weird doing an end card. I haven't done an end card in a long time.
Yeah.
Weird. Battlefront too.
Yes.
Thank you for watching
Good.
it. This reaction.
Awesome.
Make
More
sure you
coming.
subscribe.
Videos coming.
And we're gonna be doing a lot more stuff.
Yes.
Huh?